Yeah, shit.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rolling.
And once again, you know what you're watching. Lit Podcast with your host, Mr. Lawton.
And
today, we got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? Before I tell y'all my special guest, I got to give a shout out to the cameraman, Miyake Saki. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely.
But today, I got my boy, KANODADON, in the building. You know what I'm talking about?
Baby, what up, fat man?
What's up,
Man, my dude.
What's up with it, man?
Coolin', bro. Coolin', man. It's been a minute, but I'm here, man. Showing it's part of history, baby.
This is history.
It's history, man. Right.
Man, this is a golden moment right here.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
This is gonna be classical. This is gonna be classical.
Don't do all that laughing.
I mean, I'm just saying, my dude. Y'all just don't know, man.
Oh man.
Man, this boy go way back, man. You know what I'm saying? Then not only we go way back. You know what I'm saying? The man that came all the way from Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying?
I already know.
All the way to that Triple D, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I had to come back to the crib.
Come holler at your boy.
Most definitely.
Man, for the people out there that don't know you, can't know, tell them where they can reach you. Tell them where they can hit you up at right now, because y'all need to go.
Rock with your boy. Y'all can rock with your boy, man. Y'all can find me on the book, KANODADON. You can also find me on Instagram, KANODADON2975.
Follow.
You can follow me, man. Find me on I'm on YouTube too. I got some stuff up on the tube, man, and more things coming, man. We just working over here, man. We just working.
Follow, like, share, comment. And
Go
some
show
more
your boy
things.
some love, man. Rock with the real. Rock with the real.
Man. How long you been like doing this music? Like, far as just like I'm in this thing and I'm rocking with it.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. Like, it all started with me, man, with a drum set. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, man, like way younger, man. My mom bought me a drum set, man, and I fell in love with music at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like I fell in love with music. You know, just loving the notes, man, just the sounds and everything, and you know, it was evolving then around that time, and just, you know, being so young, man, and my grandmother and them used to play music and stuff too, man, and it just all filtered inside of me, and I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? It became a major passion for me, to the point to where, you know, I didn't really want to do anything else but music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still doing music right now.
Right. So like, you were playing with drums for the church or something?
Nah, man, it was like a kiddie drum set.
Oh, so your people got you a drum set?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, which you know, at the end they thought it was a bad idea because I was up early in the morning beating on the drum. You know, I didn't really know what I was doing or whatever, but you know, I fell in love with it, and I think that kind of shaped and molded my production skills, because
Hold on,
man.
And we back to lit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we back on. Nigga straight like that, man. It's live. Man, it's lit like that, man. I had to tell them to turn it down, man. It was time for us to get lit, you know what I'm saying? You know, but
We conduct business.
like I say, man, so you got the drum set.
Right.
All right. And then from there, that just gave you that passion of just like
It did, man. It you know, it inspired me, man, and I guess that was, you could say, the beginning of my journey, man, with music.
What started you to writing?
Really, I fell in love with making tracks first.
Oh, okay.
That was my first love, and you know, I used to dibble and dabble a little bit or whatever, and I ended up doing some stuff, and somebody heard me writing some stuff, you know, and they was like, man, you ought to, matter of fact, one of my partners, Antonio, man, he was like, man, you ought to write, man.
Right.
No, it wasn't. It was Antonio, and it was Jomo.
Okay.
My cousin Jomo.
Shout out to Jomo.
Shout out to Mo. Mo, what up, man? Get lit, baby.
Lit.
Man, it was Mo, man, because we always done music together. Like once we got to a certain age to where we can actually, you know, we started getting off into the equipment and all of that stuff like that, and we just started investing, man, and we were making beats and stuff, and Mo started rapping before me, and you know, then we dibble and dabble with some stuff, and I let him hear some stuff that I was penning, but you know, the love was for making the beats and stuff, and he was like, man, I think you ought to rap, cuz. And I started picking up the pen then, and we started doing some things together or whatever, man, and I fell in love with the pen then at that point.
Okay.
So I added that to the arsenal, you know what I'm saying, and I just got better and better over time, man. I got better and better over time, but I never really like. I'm more of a everything is feeling with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything is inspiration. Like I have to be inspired, and I always find inspiration around me. You know, mostly. I usually talk about and reflect on my situations or situations, you know, from people that I know or whatever, because I just absorb everything, and I filter it out into my music.
So, do you remember your first beat you ever made?
Wow. Honestly, man.
Do you remember what you made your first beat on?
Yeah, it definitely, it was a rolling 303.
Rolling.
It was a rolling 303.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it was one of the ones that Manny Fresh had used to do some stuff in the earlier stages of like the Hot Boys and stuff like that.
That was a bad boy though.
Then they came with the 606.
Yeah, the 606.
My cousin Mo got the 6. He got the 606. We started off with the 303.
Yeah, them some bad boys.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Still to this day, you can still take it. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what was like your first album you ever put together? Like when you said, I'm finna come in here and I'm finna put together a body of work, or I'm finna put together a song and really focus on it.
You know, it's like, man, it's so crazy because it was like me and Mo, my cousin Mo, man, we recorded the first song really together.
Right.
You know, and it was a song that we named Big Raggedy. And that was, matter of fact, man, tapes. We was recording on tapes then. Mo, yeah, man, we was recording on tapes then, on the great tapes, y'all,
Right.
XLs and stuff, man. And that's what we used to record them on, man. And we recorded Big Raggedy, and we actually went and let a couple people check it out, man. And they was feeling it.
Right.
And then we started doing our thing then, and man. We just never stopped at that point, man. I just kept on growing, man. Kept on growing with it. And then, you know, music was evolving and changing and stuff like that, and the sounds were changing and everything, and man, I just was absorbing everything, man.
And what year was this you jumped off the porch with it?
Man, I've probably been in the game right now. It's probably about a little close to 20 years.
Right.
A little close to 20 years, man.
Well, you know how we do it at Lit. You know, we honor all of our artists and every independent entrepreneur with that melanin. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
You know how we do it.
Already.
You know. And then we want to say, man, for y'all that don't know Kano, man, y'all gotta give a round of applause. You know what I'm saying?
Give applause to myself.
Because he not only is you know what I'm saying, a great producer, but a great lyricist, and he engineers his own stuff, promotes his own stuff.
I gotta stop you though. I gotta stop you because I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Lawton, man. This is my brother from another. I'm telling you, man. Mr. Lawton taught me everything. Like when I came to you, man. You remember when I came to you, man?
I remember.
And I was making beats and stuff, and you know, I felt like I was nice. You know, but I always leave room and space for growth. I don't never get out of my element and feel like I'm just the one, you know, because it's always room to grow.
Right.
And when I ran into you and we linked up, man, and it just went to another level because we meshed so good. You know what I'm saying? And it was incredible. And I learned so much. from you, man.
Yeah, man, I was like, shit. When y'all rolled up in the studio with that motherfucking keyboard and bags and stuff, I'm like, that shit. These some musicians coming up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then shit, you cut that bitch on and that motherfucker was just slapping, you know what I'm saying? And that, you know what I'm saying? Coming in there just like
different style.
Yeah, man.
Different style of music.
Especially at that time, you know, that era was, like I say, just another golden era. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it was.
We was dropping. By the time we linked up, we was dropping some hits.
Oh
we
yeah,
was dropping a lot of hits.
We was in rare form then.
Yeah,
you know, it was magical. It definitely was magical.
And we
what time was that? Around what time was that?
That
man, when that was, man, that might have been.
Well, 2004.
I came to the D in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 2004.
I met you like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the name? Peanut brought you over to the yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I never we never departed from that point.
Right. We ain't never depart. Nah. From that day, it was like it was in the studio and we were building a sound. We was creating our own sound.
That was the whole thing that we wanted to do. We always wanted to keep our sound. We never wanted to, you know, follow trends and stuff like that. We always tried to maximize and filter out our own sounds, man. Yeah. And that's what we did. We tweaked the sounds and we wanted to build our own sounds and stuff.
Oh, that's something that we did, man. So man, let me ask you this, like, what was like your first time you ever just performed and it was just like you knew like I can do this?
Man, I think it was at the first time I really knew that I had it was we did a show up on Southern Campus.
Right. And
it was in one of the ballrooms or something like that, and I had introduced a song called Numbers Up that I had I recorded with Busy B. Shout out to Busy B, man.
Shout out Busy B.
And we did the song, man, and he was on the song, and it was actually his gig.
Right.
And I was coming to, you know, he wanted to do that song that we did.
Okay.
And man, we did the song, and when we started rocking out, you know, man, they were really vibing on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at that moment, you know, I was rocking out, and it came to my part. I was the lead, and it came off to that part, and it was like the response that I was getting, man. I mean, they were really like up, you know, and it put me on a different level. I was like, wow, because actually that was kind of like the first time the music really came out of the studio and actually into the public. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
so I never knew what the vibe was.
Right.
All I knew was that I felt like we had something good.
Right.
But you know, to you, you know, you're gonna be your worst critic, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you still love your stuff.
Right.
But when to see somebody else love it,
right, that's
a whole nother feeling right there. Yeah. So it was that time right there. That time right there.
Man, that's some deep ass shit, man.
Right.
Cause like I know shit when your first time performance, like shit, everything go mute, you can't hear shit, you just know your words and you just know it's your part. You just know it's your time, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Yeah, you just go up there and you know what I'm saying?
You damn butterflies.
Oh, you definitely have.
Right.
Now, I still get the butterflies like
that's how you know that's when I know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the butterflies, it ain't.
I still get the butterflies now, man.
So now, what was your first album?
Man, you know, to be honest with you, the first time that we actually put together a project was the stuff that we were working on, us, me and you. Me, you, and Doughboy. Shout out to Doughboy, man. What up, Doe?
What's up, Doughboy? What's up, Doe?
It was around that time period that I was really trying to actually put a project together.
Right.
And you know, we always worked, you know, because like you was telling me, don't really worry about the project. Let's just get material.
Right.
And we'll go back and we can focus on that element of it because we need to build the catalog.
Right.
And that's pretty much all we was really doing. So really, I can't even really say in your mind, you thinking like, okay, this is the album, this is the name of the album, this is what it's gonna be. But then, you know, as we're creating and going along with everything, that's gonna change and shift, because music is organic.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how we want it to remain organic and not trying to. You can't really control it like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, an official album. We had several albums. I mean, if that's the case, but nothing really festered into the actual official project.
Right.
So right now, you know, it's just basically a bunch of great work.
Great work.
Yeah.
Right. Bodies of work put together.
Yeah.
And man,
Until that time is right.
But you always put together some great bodies of work. It's like,
I appreciate it, man.
What you think about the Grammys? You see the Grammys?
Yeah. I checked it out. I always try to stay tapped in to
Right. All right, so we're back, and you know we stay lit. And we finish answering this question about the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? So let's finish that up.
I think it was cool. I mean, from what aspect of it? I mean, are you asking me did I enjoy?
I mean, like, see, Kendrick Lamar came out there as a winner.
Oh man, it was that's one guy who, shout out to Kendrick, man.
Shout out Kendrick Lamar, man.
I ain't gonna lie. He's definitely pushing the culture forward.
Right.
You know, it was a lot of acts that I liked. I kind of like the direction that they went in with it this year. You know, it definitely grew to another level.
They had a lot of great nominees.
They had a lot of. I felt like this year they had a lot of nominees that actually deserved to be nominated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to be nominated is an accomplishment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether you win or not, it's still an accomplishment. Everybody got their season and their time. You know what I mean?
Right. So you still searching for that Grammy?
Oh man, I'm definitely shooting for it. You know I'm shooting for it. You already know.
You still shooting for that Grammy, man?
Man, you already know I'm shooting for it.
So what you think about the music today? I mean,
to be honest with you, you know, I when I get asked that question, like, to me, music, it's different phases of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can't really say that I don't like the direction that it's going in, because like I've had an opportunity to be blessed to be around, you know, different eras of the music game changing. And right now the game is young. Right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, the way I look at it, like, you know, the young movement, you know, they're doing their thing just like the same way our movement was and how we were feeling at that time. So, you know, the music is constantly changing. I think that it's moving more faster now.
Right.
You know, the process, because it's so much more access to being able to record, do your thing, and put your stuff out. I mean, people doing stuff right there in you know, in the comforts of their own home. Recording and putting together masterpieces and getting it out there real quick, because everybody's tapped into the world now. And it's so much more easier to be able to get your music out. So I think that I like where the game is right now. You know, it's just like you got to keep elevating, and you know, the youngsters doing their thing or whatever, but you still got to tap into that though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to tap into that, because that's where the game is right now. I'm not saying regress down to that level, because that's that level. You can't go from having a certain level of maturity and going through those obstacles in life to get to, because it's all about growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's also being pure at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
and I definitely agree with that. You know, but it's also about staying true to yourself too.
Right. And then when you know it's a business too.
Exactly. That's the most important part.
Yeah, understanding it's a business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it's
Sometimes
definitely a
like, you know, this is like, some people like, they make it into like, you know, not saying it's not a real life situation, but they make it to like nigga, well, we G's, and they just ain't how it go.
Not paying homage at all.
Right, when we at the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It depends on how you come in.
It's the entertainment
business.
business.
Right, entertainment business. Right.
It's as simple as that. It's the entertainment business, and everybody can't lose sight of that. You know, you entertain it.
Right.
You know, on whatever level you entertain it on.
So got through talking about entertainment.
Well, yeah, we just got through talking about entertainment.
We looked up the etymology of the word entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, and then we looked up the legalese of the entertainment. You know, you just put in it's what you saying.
Etymology of the day.
The etymology of the day?
Well, what's the etymology of the day?
The black law of the day?
And the black law of the day.
It's entertainment.
Entertainment.
It's entertainment, man. It's all entertainment.
Put it in perspective that you are entertaining.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? In your artistry and what it is that you're doing. So it's business. It's doing business.
Right, it's all the business, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like, just like you say, like we say, like, a lot of people know this. The Ringler Brothers ain't gone. Ain't gone. Shit. Niggas making videos and making waves, you know what I'm saying? So the ring is still open. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a circus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
Definitely.
It's a circus.
I guess that, and you know, that's what really inspired me to write Welcome to the Circus.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, it is nothing but a big circus show.
Right.
That's all it is. Everybody entertaining, man. Everybody, we do that. We do that in general life situations.
Are we playing some of that?
We entertaining. You know.
We can check out some of it. What you think about the women rap scene?
I think that it could be stronger if they would unify more. I think that it could be stronger, but it's really some dope female artists out there in the game right now, and a lot of them not really getting a lot of exposure, and a lot of them they are getting a lot of exposure, but I feel like it could be way stronger. You know what I mean? But I'm loving it. I'm loving it though. I'm loving it. I would love to see more female artists out in the forefront.
Shout out to all the female artists.
Shout out to y'all. Keep working hard, doing y'all thing, man.
Man. You know, keep it true. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing about the music. Keeping the truth to yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Then when it's time to really put on, you know what I'm saying? You put on. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, and just let them know what it is, man. Because you know it's a lot of followers. Right. A lot of people take it. You know, we don't care how they take it, you know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
It's just other people, you know what I'm saying, you gotta look out for.
Right.
Shout out to C-Hen too, man.
Shout out to C-Hen, man.
You know what I'm saying? Free C-Hen, man.
Free C-Hen, dog.
Like all day, man. So, man, this joint right here, man, right here from Kano, right here, man. You gotta peep it right quick.
What joint is it?
Yeah. Check it out.
That's that one it all, man. Fresh off the stove, man.
Yeah, man, that's all jam.
What album is this on?
I mean, we still working, man. We just working right now.
This
project
is
is
good
almost
music.
done, though. We gonna drop it when it's right.
Yeah, man, my boy done came down here, man. Hit it with it, boy. FAT, you know what I'm talking about?
I had to, man.
You know what I'm saying? We got out there and shot the video today, man.
Oh man, the video was just, it was love, man.
Tell them about the video, man.
Let me tell y'all, man. The video was so dope, you know. I mean, it was nothing but art, nothing but inspiration all around us, man. I mean, the vibe was just on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? I was really feeling the energy, man. The vibration was just on an all-time high.
The location was dope.
Oh man, the location was just dope. It was nothing but inspiration around, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but inspiration around. A lot of people working and stuff. I mean, it was awesome.
And then like outfits, you know what I'm saying? The topic of the song, you know what I'm saying? So it all worked out, man. I was just like, shit. He hit me up talking about, man, I'm on my way. I'm packing my bags. I'm coming to Dallas.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming to Dallas. You know?
Shout out to Mediamatic, man. Films, baby. Hey, if you want the best quality, baby, you gotta rock with the best, man. Shout out to Mediamatic Films, man.
Mediamatic, you know, hashtag that, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag lit. Y'all say, man, y'all need to say, hit that subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right
now.
Press
comment
right now.
And go follow my boy KANODADON.
We want that feedback, man.
Straight on that IG. Make sure you go hit that Mediamatic Films on IG, man. You know how we do it, man. Straight lit. I'm lit, man.
Been lit.
Man, hold on. Okay, hold up. Now, you ain't hear anything about China banning hip hop?
You know what? I heard some remnants about it, man. But I've been lately, you know, cause I've been in this crazy zone lately. you know, I've been kind of like untapped out, you know what I mean? Because I've been so tapped into the music, man, like trying to perfect it and just, you know how we work, man. Like we just perfectionists, man, and it got to be, it has to be right.
Sometimes you feel like you crazy or something. Like you going in there, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Trying to make all this shit work, put it together, come up with different ideas.
Because we wear so many hats.
Right.
We wear so many hats, man.
And then you trying to stay in that frame of being, you know what I'm saying, up to date of what's new is going on, knowing that, you know, it's kind of simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you really trying to get up from here and you trying to really build a track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know.
And we're trying to keep our equipment up to date. We're trying to stay, you know what I'm saying, keep the software up to date. It's
well, my brother-in-law said we ain't just creating a track, we making records. You know what I'm saying? When you making music,
definitely that.
It's timeless. It's timeless.
You know what I'm saying? A lot, and it's a lot of man hours that go into it, man. Like, you know, people, the world see the aftermath of everything.
Right.
You know, but they don't really get an opportunity to kind of see the
struggle.
The
heartache.
It's not
the broke tie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The scratching and
investing into your craft, man. It's like it takes a toll on you at times, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes a toll on you, man.
But it's worth it though.
Oh, it's most definitely worth it because, you know, when you love it, I mean, everything, man, anything that comes easy, man, you know it don't never last long. We went through those phases, man. I mean, all this hard work and everything we put in, man, God ain't blessed us with these talents and gifts for nothing.
Right.
But it's seasons and times. Everybody has a season. And when it's your season, it's nothing that nobody can do. It don't matter if they hate on you. It don't matter what they say, what they do, or whatever. When it's your time, you're going to shine, man. You gonna shine.
What's up with this Sony music group, man? What's I mean,
man,
I see it's popping all around. And
yeah,
stuff like
it
this,
is. We got some things on the table with them, man. You know, we still in negotiations. You know, we still working on trying to. You know, it's a lot involved when you dealing with, you know, with a major or whatever. But you know, I just know that that good things about to happen, man.
Right. But do you think like a major? Do you think is it still worth it today?
To be honest,
if you feel like it's worth it, what you think that it's worth it for?
Right.
What the worth is?
Yeah. What's the worth out of it?
I think that it's still a good avenue on certain levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It can be helpful on certain levels, but I mean, you know, a lot of us right now, I mean, we are independent, and we are doing our own thing, independent or whatever, and you reach a certain level, you know.
And once again, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You know how that time of shit go. We're gonna get that shit down packed though, but. You know how we do it on lit, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's hood show, you know what I'm saying? We stay lit, we just up in here, you know what I'm saying? Cameraman over there, you know, doing everything, tweeting, sexting, you know what I'm saying?
We wear
photo shoot.
Man. We do it all, baby. We wear
multiple hats.
Yeah,
that's why you said, man, these multiple hats, like, that's
the what other hashtags?
Huh? Oh, they got hashtag Mediumatic, we got hashtag lit, hashtag KANODADON.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of the video? What's the name of the song?
Want it all.
Hashtag want it all. You know what I'm saying? Golly, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh, man. Come on, man.
But I wake up, you know, I wake up, man, my boy over here, you know what I'm saying? He over here, the photogenic in the morning, man. That nigga got cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, then he got Instagram going crazy early in the morning, you know what I'm saying?
Man. Always working, man.
Right,
working.
You know what I'm saying?
Sleep when it's over with. Man.
Right.
You gotta get it, man.
Yeah,
I really feel like 2018, it just feels special, man.
Yeah.
It really feels special, man, this year, man. Like, I really think that the underdogs, man, really about to rise up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The grind, it's been real, man. It's been a lot of work being put in.
Man, it's been a lot of work, man. But, man, look, we're going to be right back. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned to lit. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah. Man, we lit, man. Welcome back.
We always on. What did you mean? We ain't never off.
Man, I know we ain't on.
You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, it's just a trigger that we doing, you know, if
man,
we do that.
We have to do a jam session right quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Jam.
Most definitely.
Man,
hey, you know what I heard?
What?
They doing They redoing. They doing a
shout out to the
Martin. They up doing.
Oh yeah, they doing the Martin. Oh yeah, they bring the Martin show back.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if they gonna continue it, like, cause you know Tommy gone, so they gonna continue the story.
Right,
but they don't. Yeah.
Like they got kids or some, you know. Of course.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's gonna be dope.
Yes.
That's gonna be dope.
Man, you know they was talking about too one time that Shanti was supposed to play Gina.
Really?
Right. And shout out to Ashanti.
Shout out to Ashanti.
See, Shanti been with me, you know, her whole career and even before her career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can go back on YouTube, man. Back in the day, you can see her in the studio with me. You know, she was always every step of the way with me. Shout out Shanti. You know what I'm saying? I love you, boo. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But let's get off the boo. Nah, for real. So now, do you think people still drop like jewels in their music if game or any type of direction? I know it's still a couple people out there who do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still a few.
It's still a few.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's time, you know, to have that, cause you know we need that club music. You know, we got
the ones that are dropping jewels. To me, they're not in the front. They're not in the front.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of cats that's out there that's tapped in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're not in the front.
Right.
They're not in the front.
I mean, because you know,
I try to do it.
Right.
You know, I think that people tap in more to realism.
No.
You know, or something that's a reflection of an experience that they might have went through or whatever. I think people tap in more to. I think that it will last longer.
Right.
Because you know we listening to everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't help it. You know what I mean? But
we love music.
Exactly.
I mean,
we love music.
Shoot.
Exactly. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, I think that you know they'll be popping in that real to really just, you know, zone out on when they wanna, you know what I'm saying, zone out. So yeah, I'm.
But what you think, like some of our people downfalls, like when it comes to like independent music, like for us, like
I think what it is, man, is a lot of people.
Remind you, a lot of independent record labels back in the day, even though they started off from, you know, disco, you know, R&B, you know, that had certain ones and invested in certain stuff, but a lot of rap record labels, you know what I'm saying, like Def Jam, a lot of stuff started independent.
Right, most definitely. Definitely. But I think a lot of the problem too be, man, it'd be like because it's all mental. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you start off one way as a team, as a unit, everybody focused, and then that transition happens, and you know the money start coming in, those bags start coming in, and it start to change. Right. Change the situation. It starts to change the focus. Right. And what the primary goal was when we first started. Right. This. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just really think that a lot of the independent artists, you know, they're doing their thing, but I just think that if everybody would tap in more with each other and support each other more, I think that it'll be to the point to where, man, it'll be on lock.
Like how you feel? Like, okay, like what's the music scene like growing up in Baton Rouge? What was the support scene like in Baton Rouge growing up, coming out the music scene from there, and then coming to Dallas, and then meeting people?
The support scene there was there, but like what I noticed, I noticed that people support just what they like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like they you know, like Boosie when he, you know, C-Loc around my era, Max Minnelli, you know, these people pretty much, you know, Nero, man, R.I.P. to Nero.
R.I.P. Nero. Shout out Lee.
Man, I'm talking about, it was, I think that it was a more of a musically inclined city then that actually supported more around that era, like around that time, that time frame. But as the game went from, I'm gonna say OG status to it became, when it became young
fashion.
I think that
no leadership.
The leadership fell off because it wasn't no discipline there too. And I think that the youngsters would have been, their movement would be in a different zone if they did have more discipline. And really, you know, because it's like there's really no respect for people who paved the way. And I think that's where a lot of the problem is coming in at, man, because nobody is really like, you have to pay homage, man. Like, you know, everybody was inspired by somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the next question. Like, who inspired you? Like who? Like when you got up and you just like, man, this is what I'm waking up to. This is what I'm working out to. This is what I'm going to school to, nigga. This is what I'm firing up to. This like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Was it people like around where you were from, or as well as mainstream?
Yeah, I definitely was inspired. I definitely was inspired by our local talent. I definitely was inspired by that. Like I said, you know, and then we still had the Cash Money era that was going on, you know, in New Orleans or whatever. Shout out to Cash Money.
Cash Money, what's up?
It was just so much good music then, and then we still had the cats from Khaled, and you know, P came down, and P brought that, you know, West Coast Bad Boys, the whole thing. I mean, we was tapped in. We had the Spice Ones, the, you know, all the Brother Lynch Hungs, the, you know, we was on everything. We was on everything. E40 and them hit. When they hit, it was a major. Shout out E40.
Shout out
when they hit, you know, it was like we were really like jamming a lot of stuff, man. As well as the New York cats, but we had selective cats that we listened to at that time. Then, you know what I'm saying. Then of course, you know, Atlanta and them was on the come up. You know the Dungeon Family and you know Outkast and you know it was a kind of like, I'm talking about the period before like the Ludacris's and the T.I.s and all of that came, you know, or whatever, the cats that were doing it, like I forgot the name of that group, man from I really liked them, man. I can't think of their name, man, but man, the game was just, it was just different then, man, because it was more love. I feel like it was more love in the game then, because you actually loved the music. It was about the money too, but man, it was more about the love, bro.
Man, you remember when we used to be able to go get an album, and then when you open up the album, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you want to read the credits, you want to look at the flip, you want to look at the pictures, all that stuff, all of those elements were important. To pull that plastic off of it. All those elements was important, and I feel, and that's another thing, man.
To wait till the album came out.
Oh my God.
And then know every word. Like you knew like before you jump in the car, now go to number 11 right quick. Go to number 2.
Because it put you in different moods, different zones. You had something for whatever mood you was in. We get ready to go out, but you know we about to put this on. To get turned up before we get to the club. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was good entertainment. It was good wholesome entertainment.
It really was. When you down,
knew it was
life, you mad about something, you know, you feeling some type of way or whatever, you had that type of music to put on, because you know why? Because around that time era and around that era of music, everybody was different. Everybody had their own. Nobody wasn't sounding the same. It was just all. This was their movement. Cube them had their movement. NWA them had their movement. Everybody's sounds were different. Luke them had their movement. It was just, man. It was dope, man. It was just.
And
a
you
dope
knew
era.
who was who.
You knew.
You knew who was who.
Yeah.
Because whenever, you know, and that was the thing about beats, as far as, you know, producers.
That was a whole nother level, right? Yeah. That was a whole.
That was like, you know, because, you know, sometimes, you know, that was kind of
Culture Vultures?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Culture Vultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out Damon Jazz. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Culture Vultures, man.
Not paying homage to where shit come from.
And then not only that, not even paying homage, it's like, you know, like really just taking a style and really just sticking to it and just flooding it. You know what I'm saying? When it's like, it's many obstacles to really just diving in there and really making productive tracks.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's why, you know, a lot of people, you know, you come in the studio and be like, well, I be wanting that sound, or I be wanting that. Like, man, if you really take it, if you listen to 40 and them on their tracks, man, they building tracks.
They building.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's how we move. That's been the formula that we've always used that formula, and we've never changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really, you know, everything we've always built from the ground. It's always been from the ground with us.
Right.
It never was coming in, hey, yeah, let me pick a beat out, blah blah blah. We always built from the ground.
Yeah.
Always, man. I mean, that's just like a formula that we stick with. We build from, because we real big on originality.
Right.
How you gonna create your own sound when you know you're trying to sound like somebody else when there's millions and millions and millions of sounds out there?
So how was it like coming, like I say once again, coming from Baton Rouge, and then coming to Dallas and then being embraced?
It was a different scene for me. You know, it was like an upgrade for me, because like the way that I was accepted more when I came here. Like, people respected me for making beats and stuff like that or whatever, but when I came out here to Dallas, I was accepted, man. Like, people were really like vibing to, you know, what I've created. You know what I mean? And they showed so much love, man. So much love. I mean, you know, started killing the DeBellum scene, man. Like, when, you know, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And like I say, you introduced me to so many people just being in the studio lab ratting it with you.
And we'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? Give us 1 second. We're going to wrap this up. All right. Bro, we're back.
Just being in the studio with you lab ratting it, man, it's like, I mean, the chemistry. Like, I keep going back to the chemistry. Like, it was instant the first day that we met. It was the chemistry. I've never felt that chemistry like that before in the studio, to where, you know, we can actually in conjunction create together, trust each other's judgment, and step away from the board. You step in, you tap in now. You know, let me tap this in. I hear this right here. I mean, we just bouncing melodies and notes all over the place, man. And just creating movies to me.
Remember that time Def Jam South came down to fuck with him? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Def Jam South.
Shout out Def Jam, man.
You know what I'm saying? But even though y'all full of bullshit, but you know what I'm saying, still shout out Def Jam South. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that would have been a good look. But shit, we were pumping, man. We went to that car show, man. We was all
the car show. Hey, you know what? At that moment right there, I really felt like a star at that moment.
Right.
Because like we were unified, the way that everything was orchestrated, man. I mean, we looked like a real unit. You know what I'm saying?
CDs.
We were a unit. We had everything that we need, and it's like the type of attention that we got at that moment while we were there. And they had a lot of big names there. We had opportunity to be able to network and meet with a lot of people, man, and that acknowledgement that we got that day, it's something that'll live with me forever.
Yeah,
man.
China 4, man, they were doing the thing that exclusive on Dion that
Yeah,
year.
it was. Yeah, on Deion Sanders, and his wife was there promoting the new. Remember, she had just launched the new modeling agency.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, because you talked with her.
Yeah.
You know, so it was so many different contacts and so many different plugs. You know, it was amazing.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. We did the photo. We got them to do the photo shoot.
Yeah.
Shout out, you know what I'm saying, Channel 4 News, you know what I'm saying?
Shout
the
out.
dude that came down there and did the photo shoot for us and everything.
I wish you remember that cat name.
Yeah, man. I got his name.
He came in there and did the thing.
Man, you know what? He did my logo. Matter of fact, he did my Mr. Lawton logo, so his name.
He did that too.
His name is on the paperwork, yeah.
But you know what, too? That was actually my first official photo shoot that I've ever did. That day. Yeah.
I think it was for a lot of people.
It was.
It was, because you remember Queen.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, you had created that opportunity though, man.
Shout out Queen,
Shout
man.
out Queen. What's up, baby?
Man, Queen came to the photo shoot, dog. Miyake, man.
Oh,
this fool right here, Queen, man. That's my, man, that girl right there, dog. Came to the photo shoot, nigga, and she had got Daniel earrings, put them in, man. You know what I'm saying? She came up there just, you know what I'm saying, shining, you know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, man, this motherfucker came down there out of all her clothes, man. She in some tube socks.
I walked up in that room, bro. I was just like, man, what is going on?
She came up out of her clothes?
Yeah, it turned into a old Playboy shoot, man.
What the fuck happened?
Man, all I know, she came in there. I came in there, nigga. Next thing I know, all I seen, man, all I seen was a sports bra, nigga, some briefs, nigga, and some tube socks, nigga.
What you trying to do? Some little Kim shit with a lollipop?
She was definitely in her artistry form, I tell you that.
But Queen, you gotta realize though, see what a lot of people don't know about Queen. Queen was a true artist. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She really was.
So
she
like,
always was in artist form.
Right.
Always.
Always.
When I met her, I fell in love with her when I met her that day because all I seen was music around her. Just festing around her. She really like a diehard. She's serious about her craft, man.
Real serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she was perfecting this shit. Yeah. Like, so she had her moments where, you know.
Dope spitter, dog.
Where, you know, she had the personalities, you know what I'm saying? And she was just fulfilling all of them.
Her character blossomed.
Yeah, always. She shined over everybody.
It demanded attention. It demanded it.
And if she wanted the attention, she was getting the attention.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Shout out Queen, man.
What's up, Queen?
MC Queen, man.
Yeah, definitely. Bro.
But, man, let me check this out, man. You remember when we used to sit in that studio, man, and we come up there, man, we was sitting on there on that Triton.
Yeah.
Had that Triton going, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll dump that beat in the window. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We used to dump the beat in the window, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I get there, you know what I'm saying? I start EQing the beat, you know what I'm saying? Getting it fixed up, and I'll and you be like, you sitting over there, I'm ready. Shop like, go in the booth, we turn off all the lights.
Yeah.
And just had that booth light on.
Yeah.
Had the mixing board going up.
But see, that's what I'm saying though, like, man, it's like that vibe at that moment right there, you can't, it's undeniable, man, because it was in its purest form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
we had the dough. Everybody who was somebody there. Everybody that was somebody that somebody that was somebody. Name was on that door.
Yeah, the door was the famous door is what I call it.
Yes.
You know, because everybody on that door that signed that door was a star to me.
Yeah, everybody was a star that came in.
Everybody was a star.
Everybody was a star.
A lot of stars came through Mr. Law.
A lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a lot, man. And man, I remember, we had a powerhouse, man. We had Hot Sun, CPT.
Oh yeah.
MC Queen.
Yeah.
KD Stacks.
Yeah.
Well, 820, Daniel and them.
Trap Stars.
Man.
I mean, the list is just, man, we'll be naming names.
Man.
For a minute.
Man.
Seriously. Jump Out Boys.
Shout out
to the Jump Out Boys.
HB.
Shout out to HB, man. What's up, man?
HB and Hood, man.
Oh my God.
Man, HB, man. I know HB over there mad at me, man. Fuck that nigga Lawton, man. I done text that nigga, told that nigga send me some beats. Man, I'm over here working, man. I got you, HB. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, I gotta impress HB. You know what I'm saying? You gotta impress HB.
Oh yeah, he definitely was tough.
You know what I'm saying? Because HB want the hottest.
He want the best.
And he want to make sure he get in where the fuck he fit in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about HB.
He was a finesse dog.
Right.
I believe one thing, and he pure talent, bro.
Right.
He pure talent. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be hollering at me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Kano, bro, I need some of them beats. That's all he used to say. I need some of them beats, man.
Right.
Holler at me, man. I need some of them beats, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Him and KD, man. You know what I mean? They're my people, man.
Yeah, man. KD, man. He was over here not that long ago, man.
I
Shout
love
out KD
Stacks,
man.
Shout out KD Stacks, man.
Yeah, man.
I love KD. That was my dude.
But see, you know, KD been doing it long in Dallas, though. He been doing it a long time. You know, that's old school. You know, that's old school group Pharmacy right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pharmacy. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Pharmacy, man.
You know what I'm saying? The Pharmacy. You know what I'm saying? Then he switched it over to, you know what I'm saying, him and his partner, the Big Shot Records.
Yeah.
And then he went solo. You know what I'm saying? Then he went solo.
Oh my God, that was the album that y'all did together.
Yeah, that was.
Hey man, shout out to DS Productions, man. My partner Dino. Shout out to Casper, man.
Casper.
Shout out to Vaughn, man. Flyboy Don Jr., man. Shout out to my boy Morris. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people, man. All my people. Shout out to PT Primetime, Mizzle. Shout out to y'all, man.
Man, you heard him, man. You heard the man. Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, most definitely. That's my people, man. They be holding it down, man.
Yeah,
they be holding it down.
That's how it is, man. You gotta have them people, you know what I'm saying, that hold you down, and you gotta show them love, to them. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, I just the love, man, and the gratitude, you know, that Mr. Lawton showed Kano, embraced me when I touched the city.
Man.
That right there, you know what I'm saying, it became a brotherhood beyond music.
Right.
And that's really what life is all about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
God bring people in your life and you hold on to them, and we've been tight ever since, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? We've been tight ever since, and you've seen me grow from because our sessions used to be boot camp session. This guy right here, man, I'm talking about, here I am thinking I'm the flyest on the planet, you know what I'm saying? And this guy right here, he the first person that challenged me, was like, man, look, I just think that you could do it better, man. I'm like, what? Do it better? What you mean, man? I'm the Don, you know what I'm saying? Man, I just think that you could do it. I just think that you could do it better. You know, and I started to take that criticism, because at first I was offended, because I felt like, you know how I was, man. I felt like I'm the Don, man. Like, I know I'm spitting this raw. But you was the first person to challenge me on that, man, and but I valued you as a person, first of all. Right. Beyond your talents and your skills and your gifts, you know what I'm saying? I valued you, so I received it.
Right.
And it was the best thing I could have ever did, man.
I mean, it was like, I always knew, you know what I'm saying, that like, we up in there, man, we gonna give it our all. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna come out perfect, you know what I'm saying? And I made sure that like I invested everything to make sure everything sound perfect, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, it was just like, I knew it was real, you know what I'm saying? Because like, when you came through, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, back then, you know what I'm saying, nigga, and this was like, this Fruit Loops 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying?
We way back right now.
And like, you let a nigga, you like, here, man, I'm gonna let you use the Triton, you know what I'm saying? You can give me the Triton.
We had just got that board too, you know what I mean? And I had just met you.
Right. You like,
what I mean? But you fell in love with the board when we walked in with it.
Right.
When we busted open, because you know we used to keep it in the case.
Right.
It was it was serious, you know what I mean? And
that black case come through there.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
We popped it open and we poured that board out. You know what I'm saying? You was just like, your eyes was just sparkling, man. You was like, you fell in love with that board, man. Fell in love with it. And you didn't want it to leave. Man. And I seen that on you, and I was like, you know what? I was like, bro, you keep the board for the night, man. You were like, you serious? I was like, yeah, you can keep it for the night. You keep it for the night, man. And you stayed up, and you okay.
We'll be right back. Hold on.
I got a phone call from you, bro, late.
And
hold on, go ahead and finish that thought.
What you say?
Man, I got a phone call from you late when I left you the board, and you was so excited when you made your first beat on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I remember that night when I called you.
Remember?
I really say, because I was up, man, because you know what I'm saying? I had
always up, man.
Man, I was up, man. I was talking about, it was like almost, I made it home probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? And and you know, this one Jay Sean was, I'm talking about, he was a baby, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was fresh, you know what I'm saying? And man, I get that keyboard, I come home and I put it on the motherfucking on the dresser. I look back at my baby mama, you know what I'm saying? I got the headphones on, I'm over there.
Vibed out.
I'm going through the sounds, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
So
I'm loaded it up.
Boom. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, this how this work. Okay, this how this work.
And remember we had the drives that go in it?
Yeah, I had the floppy disk, man.
Floppy disk,
we throwing the floppy disk up in there, man. We boom. Yeah. I'm going to work. Next thing you know, I'm like, ooh, helicopters. Yeah. Oh, nigga, a Gator, you know what I'm saying,
but you know, not to cut you off, you know the amazing part about it is, I didn't even tell you how to work the board.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just trying to stretch the talents that we blessed with. You see what I'm saying? I never taught you how to work the board because we were still learning the board as well.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just was amazing when you called me early that morning, like you got to come to the studio soon as you get off. And I shot over there when I got off, man, and when I came in there and you played what you played, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
One night
with the board.
One night with the board.
One night with the board.
But see, that's one thing about you though, man. It's like you always if you get a new piece of equipment, you're gonna always study it first.
Right.
You're gonna study it, you're gonna play on it till you get it, you're gonna be isolated on that that situation till you master it.
Right.
And then you come back and you teach others. You know what I mean?
Right.
You filter the game back out. You don't keep the game trapped in. You always show love.
I mean, I believe in like, man, if we, like I say, like back, each one teach one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause we ain't really had that growing up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it was always like go outside, sit or watch TV. You know what I'm saying? If you playing footballs and your shit, you ain't got no parents coming to your games. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like. It's not to bash nobody, you know, I love my mom, I love, you know what I'm saying, my people, but it's just like that support anywhere one day. Then even if you had the OGs that certain around, you know, that was around, you know, they still won't give me that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to really actually pop in a CD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who I like, you know what I'm saying? Like especially like 8 Ball. Like I'm gonna always say like
shout out 8 Ball.
Shout out 8 Ball MJG. 8 Ball always talk to me.
Yeah.
Like 8 Ball always.
It was a different level when it came to them, to me. You know what I'm saying? They were like when they hit, man, when they're coming out hard, man. Like, that was some of the dopest shit that I've ever heard. But I'll never forget when Marcus Madison, man, it was a partner of mine named Marcus Madison, man. This dude had a Mustang. This was one of the Mustangs that came out, the convertible Mustangs that came out, man. He had a candy apple. First he got the Mustang. Then he went back and put the candy paint on it, all white interior, put the white ball on the inside of it, put the manta rays on it. Remember the three leaf manta rays? Put the manta rays on it, on the skinnies, and came through playing that Coming Out Hard, man. That Lay It Down.
Lay it down, lay it down.
Because like all you heard was that slap just ba 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 ba. But them horns, ba 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 ba, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. I'm telling you, man, dope, bro.
Man,
dope. They was just different, bro. Man. That Suave House movie, man, they was just different, man.
Tony Draper.
Shout out Tony Draper, man.
You already know, you know Mr. Lawton, Tony Draper. You know, shout out Tony. You know what I'm saying? Say, I ain't hit you up in the wild. We ain't talked in a while, but man, say. You already know, man. You the one who really just gave me that push to just like say like Lawton, like you got it, gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when Tony told me that, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't no looking back.
You gotta understand that too. I mean, you were young, man.
Yeah.
Young. You know what I mean? Like you been in this game for a minute, man.
And I was repping, you know, like I had the Free YK. We was on the Free YK movement.
When you had the shirts and everything printed up. The shirts and everything were printed up.
Then I remember the time when we did the photo shoot. You come back and you went home. You was the first one out of everybody, man. It was so funny, man, because that's what made me have even more respect for you, because you were the first one to go home and you made posters out of your photo shoot.
Yeah.
And like where I sit at the studio desk with the mixing board, right behind me, he be like, man, I'm put my poster, right?
I came and posted it up. I had to, though. I had to put it behind my big dog, man. I'm like, hey, I want my poster right here on display so people come in. And remember, I was like, man, let me get that marker so I can autograph this. It was autographed and everything.
Right, yes.
Yeah, man.
It was autographed and everything. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And that was just like, that pushed us even more. And then what was so fascinated about it was like, every moment in the studio was like, real. We had like, nigga, like.
Nothing, it was all organic.
From the singers to, you know, I remember the first time, man.
Hey, you remember that joint, man? I just so happened. Remember, I was coming to the studio to record Never Home.
Never Home.
Remember? And when I got there, you had, I'm talking about a diamond in the rough in the studio. This chick named Honeybee from Shreveport. that so happened to be in there.
Shout out Boochie Boy.
With somebody, was with Boochie Boy.
Boochie Boy, yeah.
Right, and she was just chilling.
That was his girl, Boochie Boy girl.
Right,
yeah.
Shout out Boochie Boy.
Yeah.
Shout out Honeybee.
Yeah.
And bruh, the way this was, cause remember I brought my coworker. Oh my God, what was her name? What was it? Was it Marshawn?
It was something like that.
It was with an M.
The short,
yes,
dark skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I brought her, and she was the baritone. Remember?
Right. She was the.
And he was like, "Man, it's missing something. It's missing something." And you was like, and he was like, remember? He was like, Boochie Boy was like, "Well, you know, my girl sing or whatever."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
And bruh,
I told her
we heard her vocals.
She had it.
I'm talking about golden.
She had it.
Golden.
She had it. You know,
sounded like MR.LAWTON, man. Like I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh my God.
She went in there and I felt I felt like Dre at that moment.
Yes. Because you orchestrated and put it together.
Right. I felt like Dre at that moment. Like, oh, this MR.LAWTON in the booth. You know what I'm saying? And like, and you know she had got some type of deal with Slip and Slide.
I remember she was telling us she had that on the table. Did it ever come to fruition?
All I know is that she had went down there to Miami.
Blow,
that's all I know, and I never heard from her since.
She could blow.
Yeah.
She brought the hook actually to a whole nother level.
Yeah, she brought it to a whole nother level, man.
It was.
Yeah, man.
If you're watching, holler at
us. Shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's crazy, man, because there was a lot of people that came through there, man, and it was many nights when we done came up in there, we done fell asleep. Yeah. I couldn't move. Nigga gotta go get something to eat. Yeah, motherfucker be sitting there making a beat. Nigga, the phone call, I need you to come home. Yeah. Nigga be like,
oh, you already know. You already know. Lab rap, man. Like it was crazy, man.
Right.
It's like the zone that we were in at that time, man, was incredible because it's like, man, we really was on a mission, and I mean, we still on that same mission.
Right.
But just trying to recapture that energy in its purest form at that time. Right. Man, that was just crazy, man. Right. That was crazy.
So man, what's that? You got publishing with you ASCAP too?
I'm with ASCAP.
Oh, you got publishing too?
Yeah.
Well, ASCAP too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you be what? So how many songs you done published and everything so far?
Man, we probably got my business partner Dino. Man, we probably got put up on there, man, probably about 30-40 songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What your sound exchange list looking like?
Now that sound exchange list,
right.
That's the next accomplishment. Right there to get that accomplished.
Right.
You know, and like I say, man, like me personally, I be so in music world.
Right.
You know that a lot of us as artists, man, we neglect the importance of knowing, getting our just due.
Right.
Because this, we have to invest time. What I'm learning as well, we got to invest more time into our business too.
Right.
Having our business and our paperwork and everything together.
Because it's a business.
It's a business,
it's
and that's a part of the business.
Right.
It's not just recording and making beats and being the artist. You got to be the business person too.
Right.
And make sure that your paperwork and everything's straight, man, because it's a lot of money out there, man, that we missing right now.
But you got people looking, because like I say, when you even put stuff out there, like you say, you was on Instagram, shout out to Lil Will, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Lil Will, man, I appreciate that, man.
You see, you know what I'm saying?
He reached out to me, man.
Right.
He reached out to me, man, and that's real.
Right.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? And just think about it, and you have all that business lined up, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. It's like you can further yourself, and then it's like, too, at the end of the day, it's once you understand your business and got your business work, it's all about that, your marketing, though. Yeah. So that marketing is a big key. You know what I'm saying?
Man, my business partner, that's all he's like a marketing genius. That's all that he focus on is our marketing plan, our business plan. That's all he focus on, and that's all that you've been screaming since the first day that I met you.
Man,
that was the first time that I ever got my paperwork together.
Right.
Was with MrLAWTON.
Right.
You brought in an agent.
Yeah. On
the spot. And you had us all scheduled on our times to come in to be able to do our paperwork. Matter of fact, it wasn't even an option. You had to do that.
Right, you had to do that.
Was off the, you was off.
Or you couldn't come. You couldn't come in and do nothing. You had to have press kits.
You stopped the recording. You stopped everything. Nobody could record. Nobody could do nothing. You had to make your date to come in and do your paperwork.
Right.
Because this lady had to jet back out.
Because I knew that everything was going. It's independent. We on the independent grind, so everybody gonna get their just due. You know what I'm saying? It was like we finna put in. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get out what we put in. You know what I'm saying? Basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we gotta take it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was already getting y'all prepared for YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Twitter and all that before, cause I already seen it before it was coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like getting us ready for that new wave, cause you know at that time, you know what I'm saying, like MySpace was just now jumping hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know, you know,
MySpace was popular.
Right. But we, like I say, but man, we done did a lot of, but without that marketing, like marketing, and when I say marketing is like this: how you just came up out your city and you moved around. You came from Baton Rouge and came to Dallas just like that.
Yeah.
And that's very, like I tell a lot of people, that's very important.
Yeah.
When you move around and you touch people, you know what I'm saying, that open up a lot more opportunities.
It does, man. And that's something that I've been learning in my career. Like one thing, like, you know, the thing that I value and appreciate is like every time that we talk,
right?
Because we talk on the phone every day,
right,
every day, and I've been looking forward to the phone call. We
talk WhatsApp.
We talk every day through WhatsApp or whatever, man. But every time that we talk, it's always some jewels being dropped, and it's always some knowledge that's filled. We never just bullshitting on the phone. We always talking about business, family, making sure family good. We get that out the way, but we always talking about business and educating each other on the game, so we can make sure that we be straight, because we still a team. Whether I'm in this city, you that city over there, we still plugged into the same circuit and the same network, and that's where the game can elevate to the next level if people will plug in more to each other. Nobody wants to plug in. Everybody wants to be a star. Everybody wants to be this. Everybody, we all pushing towards the same goal, and that's to be successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like how 300 is, man. If we all push together, it's undeniable. We can't be denied.
Right.
We can't be denied.
That's why I be having Miyake on the backup. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
They be over there, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Miyake, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Miyake, man.
For putting in all that hard work, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Peace and love, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, we be on another level though, man, because, you know, sometimes, you know, like, I be trying to get, you know, I don't be trying to get deep with it, but, you know, I be trying to step outside the box sometimes, you know.
You done helped me out in some shit.
Oh, man.
And when I was in a dire situation, dealing with some law, you know what I'm saying? You brought me into some light and some lit shit, so.
I mean, I gotta stay lit, man. Like, I'm gonna crack open the book, man. That's my main thing, man. I feel like, you know, a lot of situations that we be in is because we don't really crack open the book, or we don't understand what's been said to us, or what's in front of us on paper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, like, you know, like the Wonder Years or something, like, you know, one of them TV shows where you can just pause it for a minute, just like, hold up, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Pause this scene for a minute. Let me go over here in this book. Like, and then come back and just like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? I'm refreshed now, like now.
We can't stay tapped into that same source. It's like, it's other shit going on.
Right.
And we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go grab a little bit of this right here to be able to add to this, because it is all in conjunction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we as people, man, we don't be wanting to do the research, man.
Nah, man.
We don't be wanting to do the research, and it's so much that we missing out on by not doing the research.
But the fucked up thing is to me about is that how they hide things in plain sight,
right in your face.
Yeah,
that's one of the best. It's one of the best ways, man. I'm talking, and it's been working for so many years, man. But you know what though? But they distract you with other things.
Right.
They distract you with the phones. They distracting us with all of these. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of distractions.
Yeah.
And if you ain't tapped in, you're going to be with the distractions and all this stuff that's going on. Reality shows, all this stuff. You know, it takes your mind and your thoughts away from reality.
Right.
What's really going on over here. I'm talking about like real life situations. You know what I'm saying?
Like the last night we rolled a Jack in the Box and you had already ordered your food and we hit that corner. The nigga looked at that damn scrambled breakfast meal.
Yeah.
And that nigga said, "Ooh, that look good." You know what I'm saying? I might get that. I'm like, man,
Exactly.
that's just a picture, man.
Exactly.
Cause when you get it, it don't look shit like.
You messed me up with that right there, man. You messed me up with that. That's some whole next level type stuff right there. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
Like it's like
I was tripping out on that.
You got it, like. Understand, man. It's camera magic, man. Camera magic plays a big role in a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, your eyes can be deceived. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes, you know, you got to stay in reality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is in virtual reality right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to stay focused. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes don't be afraid to crack open a book, man. Yeah. Read it. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, you know, jump head first and things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean. We all not perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like I be guilty of things that like certain things I'm not proud of, you know, but every day I try to wake up and strive for the best, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
To be, you know, better and, you know, whatever.
Consistently growing.
Right.
Consistent, because every day is gonna be a new thing to learn.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every day is every day gonna be a new challenge as well.
Right.
You know, but I feel like all of the tools and experiences and everything, good and bad, that we go through is sharpening us and making us stronger for the next level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't stay on the same level. You got to continue to grow.
Right.
But you have to allow yourself to be able to grow too. Like you say, open up a book, doing the research. It's more to it than just being on the phone all the time. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot, man, to it, man.
It's a lot. Just to understand how life works.
Right. Life is and sometimes when you just understand, you know, how they talk to you, then they'll be, you know, you'll have a clearer understanding. Yeah. But I see, man,
you'll be able to handle situations when they occur way more better.
Right. And then sometimes it's about having the nuts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we lit right now. You know, but sometimes it's about having the nuts. Sometimes, you know, like a lot of people don't know, especially men. Men don't know this because we rah sometimes. Right. But men have fears, and it be certain fears. You ain't saying that you fear another man or nothing like that, but there's a certain fear in your life that hold you back from certain stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, you know what I'm saying, just like, nigga, you know, shit, nigga, I got church bells, nigga, I'm finna let them ring, nigga.
Yeah. But you know what, too, though? It's deeper than that, man. Because if you think about it, man, it's like it's upbringing as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, when you young and you in a younger stage of life, I mean, you in a learning stage, and if you're not being taught nothing, you're gonna absorb what's around you. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you got, you know, that OG in your life or whatever that's educating you, molding you on, you know, and guiding you, you know, giving you a blueprint. Right. You know, to navigate you through this situation, how to handle this situation or whatever, or even giving you tests. Right. You know what I'm saying? To see how you would handle those tests or whatever. You know, that's why it's just, it's crazy. But what I do know is I value my upbringing. Right. I value the way that my grandparents and my mom, you know, raised us, because I understand it now. Right. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. And like I say, I made my mistakes, but those choices that I made or whatever, because we lived a pretty good life. You know what I'm saying? My mom worked 2 jobs, and you know, my grandparents and all that stuff or whatever helped out. And it's like, we really, you know, looking back at it, you know, we got everything that we wanted. Right. We had a good life. So the choices and decisions that I made in life were just decisions that I made. But I also was influenced by, because my mom was a single parent. Right. I also was influenced by the environment as well. Right on. Seeing them whips come through, seeing them ballers ball, seeing, you know, I fell in love with the money and the lifestyle. Right. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, college graduate, all this stuff, all of that, man. Like, education was a big thing in our family. You had to speak the, you know, the proper etiquette in our household. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that. You remember when everybody, grandma back in the day used to always say, be careful what you say. Oh, man. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, like, cause it was to them, it was one of the worst weapons ever.
Right.
So you couldn't just say anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they took that serious.
Right.
That's, you don't want to even put that on your life like that.
Right.
By speaking something, speaking death on your life is what they call it.
Yeah.
Don't speak death on your life.
Right.
You know, so that's why now I understand all of those jewels that were being dropped in. It's not like I didn't absorb them and put them within.
Right.
I just wasn't trying to hear it at that time.
Right.
Because I was going through, you got some people in life there's fast people that catch on,
right.
and then you got the ones that got to go through it, which is me,
right.
who got to go through the test.
I understand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It could be, all of the stuff could be on the wall saying, this is what's going to happen if you do that. And I'm like, nah, man, that ain't going to happen, man. I'm about to go see what's happening over there.
Right.
And then I go through that situation, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I just, I really, I appreciate everything that I went through, man. Even the time, right. You know what I'm saying, that I had to go and do, or whatever, man. But one thing within all of that, I never stopped doing music.
Right.
I never stopped. You know, and people that I was doing music with, you know, a group, you know, I never stopped doing music. I kept on pushing.
Right.
I kept on pushing, and my level and my skills and everything just advanced and grew along the way.
Man, I done seen your growth. I done heard your growth. Your growth is superb. But man, we're gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk some more about his kids, you know what I'm saying? And how he's molding them, you know what I'm saying, into some young entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? This is great, you know what I'm saying? We'll be right back. Lit. Yeah. Y'all back? Alright. Check this out.
Lit.
You know what I'm talking about? But, so, I see now you working with the kids. I see you got them in the studio.
Man, let me tell you. Let me tell you how this all even came about, man.
Man, shout out to the kids.
Shout out to the kids. Anaya, my daughter. Shout out to Jaden, my son. Shout out to my boy Frederick's daughter, Pretty T. And shout out to my girl, man.
You already know.
Who be ballin'.
Right.
She knows who she is, man.
We getting the call after this video, I know.
You already know that already. You already know that. You already know.
So how was it, man? Like,
man,
I know it was funny. But it was an experience.
Listen, my kids know that I do music and stuff like that, and they know when Daddy in the studio, they don't bother me. Even Fat, which is my baby, 3 years old, my baby girl, she's the baby. She knows now. It used to be she liked to be in there with me, or if I put her out, when I'm trying to get some stuff accomplished, she gonna act a fool and cry and all that stuff. But now it's like, she be like, well, Daddy, you about to record? She shutting the door and she leaving out. And she's not gonna bother me. Right. And it's amazing. But like, man, we had a sleepover. I let them have a sleepover, man. And I usually keep that door closed because I don't want them messing with my equipment, touching it, being around it, bump it, nothing. You know what I'm saying? This equipment I've been building up for years. So, man, they ended up going in there for something, man, and they seen the equipment, and her friends seen the equipment, and they was like, oh, man, we want to record a song and all that stuff like that. So, you know, and I wasn't really messing with music that day or whatever, and I was like, well, y'all want to record a song? I'm like, listen. He's like, well, we need a beat. I'm like, man, I'm not making y'all no beat. I'm like, y'all, if y'all come up with something tight, y'all write something tight, I'll go in there and make y'all a beat. Right. If it's tight. So they went in there, man, and they came, got paper, gave them pens and all that stuff. They went in there and they was grinding and working. Right. And I'm checking them out. Right. They really in there. They in there. So look, they come in and they write with crayons and pens. They write with pens. Okay, they had a pen. Yeah. Okay, so they come in there and stuff like that or whatever. So as I'm passing by going through the freeway, that's serious, my bad. That's serious with the pen because they can't erase that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm peeping them out and I'm like, I'm seeing how they writing or whatever, so I'm like, y'all don't really have y'all stuff wrote in bar form. Right. It's just like y'all writing a paragraph, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me show y'all. So I was teaching them how to break their bars down.
Right.
So it was like, oh, okay. So they started breaking their bars down. So I'm passing by, just listening and stuff. So I was like, man, look what y'all got. Let me hit a hook.
Right.
So my daughter was like, you know, she was sitting there, go shade on them, go shade on. So I was like, wait a minute. So they running it. They running a little hook down. And I'm like, y'all might have something. I'm like, I caught that melody off of the hook, went in there and built the beat right quick for him.
Oh man.
And that's how the Skyboard thing came about. So, but to be honest with you, what was the most amazing part about it all was when they actually, the recording process.
Right.
They pretty much one take that. Like, real talk, every last one of them, no more than 2 takes.
Right.
And it was amazing. First time ever doing anything involved with music other than listening to it.
Talent running the blood.
It was amazing. They blew my mind, and I you know, of course, I seen stars everywhere. I'm like, man, this is it. Here we go. You know, so look. I'm like, hey, we need to put together a little video because I can't get to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we got to put together a little video. I'm like, man, these phones HD. I'm like, let me try to do a little something, man. So I take them outside. They all excited. They getting dressed. They getting their wardrobe together.
Everything.
Oh my God, man. We went out there, man, and we filmed a little video and stuff like that. And man, I'm thinking like right now, they probably got 500 or 600 views right now.
Yeah, man. That's just out the mud.
Man, that's out the mud.
Out the mud.
No marketing behind it,
Right.
no promo, no nothing, just fresh.
Right.
And it was amazing.
Y'all need to go check it out. Y'all subscribe.
Y'all definitely go check it out on YouTube, man. The name of the song is called Skyboard.
Skyboard.
And the name of the group is called Fly Kids. K-I-D-Z. DDZ. K-I-D-D-Z.
Comment.
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
And subscribe, man.
Subscribe.
Show some love.
Please subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You know, you gotta show the love. You know what I'm talking about? Like they say, you know, we all we got, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot.
We definitely all we got.
Oh, yeah.
You already know that. It's been like that 10 toes down.
Man,
You're
you know,
saying, huh?
Especially even just the culture too. You know what I'm saying? We all we got, so we gotta maintain that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Most
you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, hey man, like that big brother type shit. You know, you see your shoes on time, man. Hey man, tie your shoes up.
And that's how it used to be, and we gotta get that back.
Right.
We gotta get that back, especially with our youth, man.
Right, man.
We can't just let them just run wild out here and just do their own thing. And it wasn't like that. We always had that guidance, or we tried to go off and do our own thing. And you know, somebody, one of the OGs seeing us or whatever, they finna pull us and be like, hey, nah, man, you're not finna do that. Come on over here. You know what I mean? The youth was being saved then. It's like, nah, you know, people just be like, whatever. They don't listen anyway.
Man, nah, really. I mean, sometimes some of them do.
Yeah.
And some of them just, you know, and some of them they got it down to a T that knows that, you know, it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
And then some of them just, you know, they just gone. Some of them just gone. So, you know, like you say, you know, it's a balance sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to make sure you know what you're looking at or where you trying to go in life. You know, and that's a lot of things. A lot of people don't know where they're going in life until, you know, they just happen to pick up something. You know what I'm saying? That they good at.
Right.
Now, what you feel about Trump, man? You know, like
what I feel about him.
I mean, Trump, man. You know, this the first president we got, and really, that ain't my president. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the United States president. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, but his Make America Great Again.
I just think that, to be honest with you, man, it's really amazing to me. You know why I say it's amazing to me, man? Because it's not because it's like this guy is doing some phenomenal stuff what he's doing right now.
Right.
This is the first person that's going against the grain of tradition and everything.
Right.
And nobody is doing anything about it. Like he's really doing what he want to do. That's a cold-blooded dude, bro. He cold with it. And look, and he don't even take the presidency seriously.
Right, he don't.
This dude, it probably was like a joke or something that he was kicking with his partners and stuff like, man, I bet I could be president, man, and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this.
But I can say one thing about Trump, like, you know, Trump, he don't let a lot of stuff get exposed.
Oh, most definitely.
So it's like now
he's going against the grain.
And really, people don't have no choice but to wake up. And if you still sleep, it's like, oh man, you know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of people are still asleep because, like I said, they are injecting the virus into you, and which is the virus is what I call is the virus of distraction.
Right.
And they're injecting that virus into you because they keep pumping you with more reality shows, you know what I'm saying, all the way down. I mean, everything is a reality show now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We could do a reality show on somebody buffing cars and cleaning cars or whatever. That could be a reality. Everything is a reality show now. And you got your favorites or what you like or whatever. Then you got, you got the phones.
Right.
You know, so it's so much distraction or whatever. Everybody don't watch the news and keep up with what's going on or whatever. I mean, I do.
Right.
But it's like it's just it's crazy, man, just to see everybody distracted like that and not tap into what's really going on until it's something that's affecting them.
Right.
Well, really, if you see what's going on, and this is finna affect everybody.
Yeah.
What's going on? You can't be asleep. You can't be sleep
on this one because it's at your front door now.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I mean, goddamn. I mean, you even seen. I mean, you done been through it. You came down here from Katrina.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some more things. So it's just like at this time, you know, it's just really it's like it's that time to where we all gotta just like really embrace each other.
We have to.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that when we start doing that, that's why like right now, man, like I try to infest myself with positive vibrations and good vibes.
Right.
I try to show love. Right. You know, I try to anybody that I might have had some riff-raff with or whatever, I try to make amends with that or whatever because time is closing in, and it's like you'll spend more energy being mad, being beefed out or whatever, as opposed to showing love and blowing it out like, man, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I live my life. Like, you know, when some negative vibes are coming to me, man, I instantly shut it down because I don't even want to even intercept that. That type of energy at all, man. You know what I mean?
Man, that energy is just like
it's bad out there right now. It's to the point you can't even really go nowhere. It's so bad out there. The energy is so bad.
And then the police, man, they're like, man, they got. I'm talking about
that's on a whole
the technology, everything's like, you know what I'm saying? It's on a whole nother level now. It's like, man, you know, now we living in that future. We living in that RoboCop. We living in that, you know what I'm saying?
It's damn near not safe.
Robot sex dolls and all. It's just like, you know, most people getting, even though they giving out more jobs, but your jobs getting replaced with, you know what I'm saying, robots and technology, smart stores and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, to the point you just walk in.
And even and to go tap in a little bit more deeper, man, even, you know, the content and stuff that's on TV now, like cable.
Right.
It's on a whole nother level right now. So it's like now you have to have discretion with, you know, what your kids can watch.
Right.
And you got to put discretion on the iPads and all their devices as well. You got to put some form of discretion on it because they're being exposed to so much stuff. And that's my thing I don't understand right there is like how YouTube try to demonetize your stuff for certain content when you have certain content on any other channel and still have commercial advertisement. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
But we'll be right back and talk more about that. You know what I'm saying?
Stay lit.
Stay lit. And like I was saying, it's like, how could they just really just demonetize that? You know what I'm saying? Then they got all these other avenues with commercials, with just explicit just stuff like the cartoon, especially the cartoon.
Oh, they on a whole nother. That's one of the biggest disguises right there, doing it through cartoons, and they filtering it through cartoons. Yeah. I'm on it, man. Like it's crazy. That's why I'm saying like we have to really like hold on to our kids, man,
Right.
because it's like you can't just let them go. You gotta hold on to them as long as you can and try to invest, you know, that good into them.
Right.
Because man, it's a jungle out there right now, man.
Yeah, man.
It's everything exposed to everything right now. I don't care if you go to Walmart, wherever you at, the exposure is there on all different type of levels, and you gotta explain and try to explain it to your kid why they seeing this and why they seeing that.
Right.
You teaching them one way, but then they go out here into the world and they seeing all this activity going on, and you like, how you explain? How you gonna explain it to your child,
Right.
9 years old or whatever? You trying to explain to them why this situation is like that?
Right.
Because it was more discreet.
Right.
You know, it always was around,
Right.
but it was more discreet then.
Right.
You know,
And that's why I try to stay on my son, you know, about certain things. I try to make
you
sure
have to, man.
I sharpen my brain so I can be, you know, on the next level. You know what I'm saying? I try to teach him, you know, don't go around here calling yourself no crayon. Don't adapt to, you know what I'm saying, what you think the norm is.
Right.
You
Word.
know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that have you lost.
Right. Word.
You know, and right now it's a lot of things out there to keep a lot of people like in the mud right now, man. I mean,
Well, that's what it's designed. I mean, that's the way they design
right.
it. You know,
But but they system. But like I say, it's cracking.
Yeah,
It's falling in front of them.
It definitely is.
Like I say, you came down here, man. You see how, you know what I'm saying, China all up in him.
Yeah.
You come through Dallas, man. You just like China. You go get them bikes and ride them all around. You come to Dallas, do the
that
same
blew my
thing.
mind. It absolutely blew
Yeah.
my mind because I didn't understand why all these bikes just sitting out here like this or whatever. Man, you can actually buy a bike. I mean, rent a bike.
And then they everywhere.
They everywhere, man. I thought I was tripping when I was seeing all these
Yeah.
bikes out here, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is all these bike people just leaving their bikes out here? Because I don't see no bike group or nothing going on. They just bikes laying around. Wow, man.
Yeah, man. So you know that just how it is to keep that monopoly running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, like, so like, what type of investments you want to get into and stuff like that, like.
Man, I definitely want to jump off into some real estate, man.
Real estate.
Most definitely real estate, man. I want to invest back into the community.
Right.
You know, that's one of my big things,
Right.
investing back into the community, man. Just trying to hold on to the youth, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As long they need that.
Right.
They need that, man. Like bad. The youth is bad right now, and that's
Yeah.
what they're targeting, our youth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we gotta try to save them and step up as OGs and older figures, man.
Right.
And try to invest some more time into them, man. That's
Right.
all it is, man. Just investing time into them.
It's like it's really like them days over with trying to like who hiding trying to get in when you fit in.
Right.
It's like you
that's
know,
over with.
like it's like, you know, it's time to suit up, boot up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We really need to pull them switches back off the tree like how we used to get.
right.
You ain't got no option, yeah.
And braid them up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Come
right.
fresh about that
That's
tub.
right, man.
Man, yeah, man. So like, man, like, who is somebody you always wanted to work with, like, far as on a major level? I mean, record label standard, and somebody that was independent coming from like when you were growing up that you really wanted to just like, I gotta do an album with you.
Man, I definitely wanted to, as you know, in my artistry form,
Right.
I definitely wanted to do some stuff with Dr. Dre,
Dre.
definitely, Pharrell.
For real, shout
I mean,
out.
it's just totally different. Neptune, shout out. And man, like as far as like working with an artist, man, I always wanted to do some stuff with like Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z was like, I don't know, man. It just was on another level to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I liked it the way he made moves with his investments and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, just the way that he was moving. And also, I like 50, man. But it's so many different people, man, on so many different levels, like that I want to work with.
Right.
Because I love the game, period.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I had the opportunity to work with everybody, man, I would.
Right.
On some type of level, on some type of form, I would like to work with whoever would want to work with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't really have like this targeted person I want to just work with the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And from a producer standpoint, from a writer standpoint, from an artist standpoint, I just want to work.
All around the board.
Yeah, I want to keep it recycling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Creating and coming up with whatever magic we could come up with. I just want it to I just want the game to stay in its organic form.
Yeah, man. Times changing, man. Cause I know I done looked up now, man. I'm talking about. They got the programs now. They making the beats for you, man.
Yeah. It's
like they you know what I'm saying? It's like it's getting to that point, man.
Yeah.
You can get up and just talk a beat and just
definitely.
It's getting to that point, man. It's like but it's at the end of the day, it's still art.
Yeah, it is.
And it's still
it's just on a different
right,
level.
and it's still on a level, and it's just all about adapting.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about us. No matter where it's going, we're gonna adapt.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
And that's what we tell you. But you gotta keep the mind, strong mind, stay focused. Just tell all of y'all out there adapt. Now, anything else you want to tell anybody out there before we get up out of here, man?
Man, listen, man. I want to first thank you, my brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Mediamatic Films,
man.
Shout out to Mr. Lawton, man. Shout out to Miyagi, man. I appreciate all the love. Shout out to Lit TV. I want to shout out to Dan Simmons Productions, 4C's ENT. Shout out to Sean Zarelli, man. Shout out to my wife, Lisha. Shout out to my kids, man. Shout out to all of my friends who support me. Shout out to all of my people, man, who follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, man. I just want to say it's nothing but love, man. I humbly appreciate all the love that I'm getting, man. And y'all stay tuned because I got some big things about to pop off, man. Y'all stay tuned. Stay lit.
And hit that subscribe button, nigga.
Almost definitely. Love.
Nigga.
Lit.
Lit.
Why they gotta be niggas?
Lit.